Hi, everybody. Welcome to Snax. Good
What's
to
up?
see you again. Another week, another great episode we have planned for you. But this is Snax. Welcome. It's a relationship podcast. We felt that conversations about love and relationships were long overdue. And so tonight we're going to be talking about the big D. Get your minds out the gutter. It's divorce.
Oh yeah, not that D. Damn it!
Right. You're like,
No, I
wait.
need some of that D. Ooh, no,
Yeah, we're gonna talk about divorce, but we're not. It's not gonna be like a downer. Okay, trust
no,
me.
we're talking
It'll
about
be
Kim
a
and Kanye. This is a big divorce, and everybody could probably needs to get on the discussion in your private lives about it, right?
I agree. It's a good topic to discuss with your spouse, your friends, your family, because everyone's affected by it. I don't know anybody who hasn't experienced one or knows somebody who's experienced one. So this is a good opportunity to kind of dig into divorce and just talk about it. So, Courtney, what you snacking on today?
Oh my goodness. Well, you want to tell the people where they are on social media?
Oh, my bad. So, yes, please follow, like, and subscribe on YouTube. You're going to subscribe so that you can see whenever we go live. So if you are out and about and it'll just notify you, hey, Snax is live. Same with Facebook. So you can find us on YouTube, search Snax_LA. And then on Facebook, we have a fan page. It's called Snax Fans. So facebook.com/SnaxFans. And that's how you'll find us every time. It'll notify you when we're live. If you like, follow, or subscribe.
Yeah, Instagram Snax_LA, Twitter Snax_LA.
Yeah, we got consistency.
Yeah. So I'm snacking on Garrett's popcorn. You know Garrett's?
I do. Chicago, right?
Chicago popcorn. So what happened is that over the holidays, I meant to send my agent like a gift. You know, you're supposed to do that. I don't even really be doing it. So yeah, I think they do. They work hard for you all year, you know. So during hiatus, you like send them a thank you gift. And I really haven't done it over the past years. I'm gonna tell you the truth. And something was just like, let me send them a gift. So I was looking, and Garrett has come up with these boxes of like miniature bags, which is super cool for COVID. You know what I mean? So I sent them a box of them. I think 12 come to a box. So it's like everybody's not touching them. You know, they come in those big barrels. Yeah, so everybody's not touching. You get your own, and this is the Garrett mix. It's like their cheese and their caramel popcorn together.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So I've been snacking on that. I opened it upside down.
You that hungry, huh?
What you snacking on?
America's favorite dessert.
A Twinkie?
I know, I threw it back. But
you know, I threw it back.
And I'm like, I randomly see something that I have a taste for. I was like, let me give me some Twinkies. And hey, Beryl, what's up? Thanks for watching. Come on in. We're going to get some more people in here. But yes, I am snacking on a Twinkie today. So don't judge me. This is not something I
didn't even know they still made them.
You what?
It looks smaller though. I didn't even know they still made them, but it looks smaller than how they used to be.
Huh? They dipping us. They're getting over. Look.
It's like this. Yeah. You used to be able to hold that like. Yeah. That is a snack. That's definitely a snack. Nothing gonna fill you up.
Exactly.
I hope you guys can hear me all right. I didn't hook up my microphone like I normally do, and I'm outside. It was a beautiful day in LA, so I hope my sound is all right. But we're gonna keep on
to that point. Right? I mean, we are so blessed. Shout out to Texans out there holding it down, surviving. We are praying for you. We hope that this doesn't last too much longer. I know a lot of people have gotten their power restored, so that's good.
Praying for all sending out prayers and blessings to you.
For sure. So, you got a snack ship for us this week, or what? What's happening?
Well, I was thinking of different snack ships that I could be able to share publicly. And I was publicly telling all my business. But I was thinking, should I just share about how I was a klutz and busted my butt thinking I was 21?
I don't know. Did you?
My Snax shit with my electric scooter. I have a relationship with my electric scooter. We just broke up because the bitch threw me to the side. Threw me on the ground real hard. Damn.
Right.
My electric scooter threw me to the ground. I've been icing my foot. I bruised my arm. The thing, and I'm like, girl, this is what I was saying the other night. I was like, I watch 60 Minutes. Like, I do old people shit. Like, I probably shouldn't be on an electric scooter. That's like a whole different generation of toy. That ain't my toy. You know what I mean? Like that. I didn't even I'm old school. I'm like, we don't do helmets.
Right.
Hit the concrete. My head. Oh my God.
Oh man.
So, millennial. I gotta.
Doctor.
Oh, yeah. Miriam keeps telling me I need to go to the doctor. I've been acting like, doesn't go to the doctor.
Doctors are for injuries.
And right, that's what they're for. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go probably like next week. I'm gonna still see how it feels. It's been a week, so I'm gonna see how it feels.
Okay.
And then I'll go. Cool. But yeah, I'm still gonna keep my matter of fact, she right here.
What? You still got her? You didn't give her away?
No, I'm gonna keep her. Do you know the funny thing is that my mom is the only person who was like, "Oh my God, so yeah, I guess you should probably get a helmet." Everybody else is like, "Girl, what you doing riding a scooter?" You know what I mean?
Right. Hi, Corey. Hi, Sean. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Corey. Hey, Sean. What's up? So it's funny because I didn't tell her thinking she was gonna be on me, you know, about riding an electric scooter. So anywho, I'm healing nicely. I'll just say that I'm healing nicely.
Okay, I'm gonna keep my eye on you.
Right.
Nagging you until you go to the doctor.
So I know, right? She is. You're gonna stay on me, girl. Please do. I want you to. Mm-hmm. So we had my main man, J. Anthony Brown. Like I said, we're gonna talk about the Kim and Kanye divorce, the big D.
Big D.
Right. So we had J. Anthony Brown scheduled to appear. Unfortunately, he is not going to make it. Y'all know he shouldn't. Well, you may not know, but he's shooting Tyler Perry's show in Atlanta. So he just moved there, and he was coming back. Well, yeah, he's coming back. Flying yesterday or this morning. So it's just been a lot. He had to get his vaccine shot. You know, he in that age group, honey. They got to get their vaccine shot. So the day was just really crazy for him getting back in town from Atlanta and getting his vaccine. So we're going to bring him back because I wanted him because Jay is a pro. He's been married 3 times.
Right.
And divorced 3 times. And he got money. So I'm sure he's been in the court several times. Right. And he has kids.
So he got like triple whammy.
Right. Yeah, wow. Sean, you always working. Y'all check Sean. Put your wife's store on there so they can see where to go shop some threads in LA. He's got a bang up store in Inglewood.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, some threads. So, but let's get into this. The thing I was saying is they have 2.1 billion on the table. Now,
I didn't know they were worth that much, to be honest.
Well, I don't know how much is who. Is it, 1 point?
I think it's mostly Kim, probably.
Yeah. Those Skims make a lot of money. Her makeup line made a lot of money.
Yeah, that's true. So, and they had the TV show. Kanye got these ugly shoes popping. He ain't making no money off them shoes.
And remember, he was mad because he didn't make Forbes. Like, he's like, all Jay-Z, Beyonce, everybody making it but me.
Like it was a conspiracy. No, nobody with your ugly shoes. That's why.
Right. Dang, Mir.
I gotta keep it real. I don't have any. I mean, you've seen the shoes. I want to just show a shoe. Like, I would love to have a picture of a shoe that we could put. But
and Kim be putting it on Instagram, like girl, it don't help.
It does help her man. Like, you can
support her man.
Not try. She went hard for him, as disoriented and crazy as he was. She was like, yeah, my husband will be president of the United States.
Right.
I would have.
Miriam, you look real pretty. Your face looks really great today, girl.
Thank you. I got my lighting together, you know.
Got the light. Oh my God, we can see you today. I'm so happy. You gotta tell me what you did finally.
I will.
Let's get into that.
It's the camera.
That's right. Okay, you said it was the camera. That's right. Congratulations.
Thank the Lord.
Let's get into that about why do we think they divorced? Like you said, the presidential nominee trying to jump in the race. And remember the South Carolina thing where he talked about like him wanting to abort the baby North. And he knew it. He said, I'm going to get in trouble for this when he said it. And he talked about Harriet Tubman.
That means he knew right from wrong when he said it. Did you catch that?
But I think sometimes his mouth moved first, and then the afterthought, he was, well, no, because he said, before I say this, I'm going to get in trouble before I say it. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, that means you knew that what you were saying was you should not share that type of information. It's not just about sharing it. It's that you have to consider your wife and your kids, because now your kids are going to see this years from now and be like, oh, my mommy and daddy were going to abort me. Like, who wants to hear that? And Kim at this point has to protect her kids. You've got to protect your kids.
Well, his thing was saying that Kim didn't want to. That's why they got her. So she won't get in trouble.
She didn't want to have an abortion.
Yeah, he was saying, I wanted to, and she didn't. So and then he did the Harriet Tubman statement, so that made Black people mad. Then TMZ talking about slaves. What was that on talking about slaves?
Oh, that slavery was a choice.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, it's a sad day on earth when your non-Black wife has to call you out when making anti-Black comments. Like,
that's a good point.
You're the Black one. Like, how is she the one? Like, I don't.
Because they done fucked enough Black dudes that she understand the struggle. Like, she know. They done had so many
now.
It's internal. It's inside. They done been inside so much that it's inside. Yeah, she had to check him. That's funny.
No, but I feel like, you know, obviously mental illness played a big part in this.
Yeah.
And I have had an experience where I dated someone who had a mental illness. And it was like, my thing was, as long as you're seeking help for it, I'm in it. I'm with you. But then when you decide you're not going to do what you need to do to maintain your mental health, we have a problem.
So let me ask you, Mary, did they tell you up front, or like when do they tell you that is it diagnosed, or they're just like, I'm depressed?
You're already emotionally invested. So ladies and men, we need to be asking these questions. You know, you need to ask somebody, hey, do you have a history of mental illness in your family? Have you had a mental illness? Do you have a mental illness? Because
you say that in the like when they're cool, like there's no reason to ask that.
I think there is. If that's one of your deal breakers, which it should be. Well, not okay. Let me
really.
That's it shouldn't be a deal breaker, but I think it should be known whether you're managing it or not.
Information.
Like, hey, I'm getting help for it, but yes, I do suffer from depression. So the person that I'm referring to did not tell me up front that he was suffering from depression. It's just you find out as things get crazier and crazier, and you're like, what's going on?
Right.
And it's like, oh, there's this issue I have. It's like, okay, well, you're getting help for it, sounds like, but then he wasn't. So he was at first, and then he stopped, which is part of the mental illness. And that's what people don't understand.
Yeah.
Part of the mental illness is a lack of motivation to get help. So you're not going to get help if you don't feel motivated to do so. So it's it's complicated.
Well, I had a cousin, rest in heaven, Prince, and he was schizophrenic. And so he would be on his medicine and be completely fine. But what happens with them is that they're like, I'm good, I'm fine. So then they stop taking the medicine.
Right.
And it's like, and then he would go back into like oblivion, and and so it was a cycle. So it's like, I understand what you're saying. And oh my God, my cousin was such the most awesomest guy, but it's like they think themselves, oh, I'm great, I don't need it anymore. And then that's when the cycle continues. So,
yeah.
So, well, it seems like do you think that like his mental, because I mean, the presidential election thing was just November, right? So him jumping into the race, maybe September, October, like it all went downhill after he jumped into their marriage went downhill after he jumped into this. I'm running for president.
Like the marriage was probably already going downhill before that. I mean, these things don't just happen. You don't just all of a sudden 2 months wake up, oh, I want a divorce. No, over time. No. That was probably the straw that broke the camel.
Yeah, the straw. Because he already had
I guarantee you this has been going on probably ever since the beginning of the relationship. I mean, Kanye has not been in his right mind for a long time.
Well, since his mother passed away, I don't think he ever really dealt with that.
Yeah, me neither. So that's been a while. It's been, 10 years maybe? Something like that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, him and Kim started dating in 2012. They got married in 2014.
Right. So
I mean, they have been.
Almost 10 years. Yeah. So this is not, I'm sure, anything new for Kim. I'm thinking it's something she's probably been going through for a while, and it's sad. So for
it's like when you get in a relationship.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, for once, I don't blame her. Like, I think she really tried to make the marriage work. She seemed like she really wanted to be there for whatever reason. I'm not saying it was love or anything like that, because I don't know what goes on behind closed doors. But I'm saying it did appear that she wanted to be in the marriage. She wanted it to work.
Well, I was going to say, it also kind of seemed like, you get into relationships and you ignore the red flags, or it seems like we're both on the same page. Now, in the beginning, if you recall, he was just coming out the Amber Rose thing. And I mean, they would hit the red carpets. He would tell her what to wear. Kanye would tell Kim what to wear, what to look like, dress her total. It was a little controlling. Like,
controlling, but she knew that. That's
right. That's what I'm saying. She knew that, and she might have liked it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? More so in the beginning. Like, yes, I'm his muse, and he has such great taste. And then he comes out with these goddamn Yeezys 10 years later.
She gets the award for like best wife ever. Like, I am not promoting these ugly shoes. Like, I would have to tell my husband, look, like, there are some things I can do. But promoting these ugly shoes and clothes is not something that
one of them.
I will do it, because then I'm not being honest with you, and I'm not being honest with myself. If you're in a marriage where you can't be 100% honest with your partner, that's a problem.
But you're assuming she doesn't like them. Maybe she does love them. Maybe they are super comfortable. I've never tried $1,000 shoes, but maybe they are so comfortable.
Courtney Black.
Sometimes you blinded by love. I love everything my man does, because he is just so fine and just so, he provides, and I just love everything he does. I don't see no wrong in it. You know what I mean?
But you don't think that that's a problem? Because in a relationship, you're supposed to grow, right?
Right.
You're supposed to grow. He's supposed to grow. So if you're not doing anything to help your partner grow,
definitely.
Then it's like, and telling him that these shoes are cute, that's not growing. Like, you need to be honest. Like, that is not.
Well, I was going to say what Allie said. They are making money. And people are buying them. That's what I was about to say. People are buying them. So it's like, they making money.
But not like I'm sure he thought they were going to make. It's only making money because it's him, right?
I was going to say because of the hype of the name attached.
Yeah, it's not really the shoe, which means it doesn't have longevity. It's like Nike Air Jordans have lasted for, decades because they're a nice looking shoe. Yeezys will probably be gone, I'd say, after the divorce. Ain't nobody gonna be thinking about that.
She said after the divorce, because once the Kardashians stop wearing them, it's a wrap. You got them 20 people wearing them, child.
That's sad.
So I wanted to look. So this is what happened with the new thing is that they are. Let me see. So Kim is being repped by celebrity divorce attorney Laura Wasser. She does all the damn. She get the money for the women all the time.
That's what I wanted to do. I
know it's good money that man. You should do that. Never too late. And so Kim cited irreconcilable differences. That's what they always say, irreconcilable differences.
It's just a general word for I don't want to be married anymore.
Right. So I had the actually definition, an inability to agree on most things or most important things. And Legal Zoom said when a couple files for divorce due to irreconcilable differences, they're filing for a no-fault divorce. That's like no-fault insurance. I'm like, who knew you could do that? So yeah,
go ahead.
Oh, neither spouse seeks to prove a wrongdoing that caused the end of the marriage. So like nobody's taking responsibility. And she's not blaming it. I think that's cool with her that she's just like, let's just cut our ties. I'm not blaming you. You know, you don't blame me, hopefully.
It didn't work.
But it's funny because we're on the heels or in the middle of the Dr. Dre Nicole divorce, which is immensely ugly. You know what I mean?
Well, first of all, okay, so both of them, let's point out the fact, both of them had a prenup, which I highly condone. I would totally.
Yes, we're going to get into the prenup conversation too.
Yeah, but I think Dre's got messy because
she didn't have money. She don't have money.
She doesn't have money. Yeah, Kim has her own money. Kanye has his own money. So y'all can just kind of go your separate ways because really divorces get messy over money. That's why they get messy, because somebody is being greedy and asking for too much or trying to strip that person of everything they earned.
They do that
stuff.
Yeah, but I'm waiting to see Kanye get mad. I think he's gonna get messy because also it's money, but it's also hurt. Like who's gonna be hurt? Nicole is hurt, and that's why all these women, it's all about the cheating and him buying houses and shit for him. So I think
she was getting beat for years, I'm sure. Why would you think she's hurt by the divorce?
No, she's hurt by the cheating. I'm saying she's not hurt by she's hurt. That's why she's making it ugly. It's ugly because she's like, you gonna pay for all the shit you did to me. Yeah, the beatings, the women, all of this shit, you're gonna pay, as opposed to just walking away. You was there for 20 years. Why you mad now? I mean,
that's what I'm saying. That's why it doesn't make sense. I just think she's greedy. I think because of what she was asking for, like $2 million a month. Like, get out of here. Like, he's not even is he a billionaire?
Yeah, he's a billionaire. But she was saying she had to ask for that amount. It was like a technical kind of thing.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I just feel like you be fair. Like, that's what I pride myself on is at the end of the day, I'm going to be fair. Like, if it doesn't matter if I'm hurt or not. Like, everybody's hurt. It's the end of a marriage. Like, of course it's going to be bad and it's going to hurt. But I can still be fair at the end of the day.
If your feelings not in it, you might turn into a whole winch, Miriam.
No, I've had situations where my feelings were in it, but the thing about me is like I would rather just move on. I'm not gonna sit here and try to get back at somebody for divorcing me or because the marriage didn't work. Like, I'm just ready to move on with my life. That could be the Capricorn in me. I'm just like, all right, it's over. Let's keep it pushing.
Me too, yeah. Some people put a whole bunch of extra energy, on the get back. I have gotten back, but that's because it fell in my lap. I didn't go seek to get back.
Wait, how did the get back fall in your lap?
That shit just happens sometimes, girl. I can't disclose all the kind of information right now, but if it falls in your lap, take advantage of it. That's all I'm going to say.
That's hilarious. If it falls in your lap, take advantage of it.
But Mira, let's talk about this prenup. It's funny because I'm watching this reality show called Married for Millions. Mm-hmm. And it's, somebody broke marrying somebody, a millionaire or whatever. And they have these different couples. And, the families get involved, whether you're a gold digger or you're just marrying this young chick, because whatever. It's all different aspects. So two couples are going through the prenuptial thing, and both of the women broke down crying. It's about trust. I feel like you don't trust me. I can't believe this where we at, and da da da. And I'm like, this man has his own company that he's built millions before you came up. Like, I don't see the problem with it, right? And I learned a long time ago when Catherine Zeta-Jones married Michael Douglas.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, see, people assume prenup means like something bad. It protects you also. You write whatever the hell you want to write. Catherine Zeta-Jones prenup was off the chain because Michael Douglas was a cheater. So it was broken down to like, okay, so if you make it through the first year without cheating, that's fine. But if you cheat if you cheat in the first year, she got like $5 million. If you go through 1 through 5 years without cheating, like she had monetary based on his cheating.
Cheating was the barometer, though. That's a little.
No, I loved it. I loved it, and it just proved that you cater it to you or your relationship. Like it's always the women are crying, thinking it's something bad against them. It's like, no, girl, you better put some shit in that prenup that is going to benefit you. Yeah, okay,
it's to protect both of your interests. Yeah. It's not just like, oh, it can't be unfair, and
it's like, oh, if we divorce, you don't get anything. It's like, no, they assume
nobody's sounds like that. Yeah. It doesn't look like that. It doesn't sound like. And you have to have an attorney represent you. Yes. That's the legal side of it. Is I can't enter into a prenup until I have somebody review it for me.
And don't get the man's attorney. Please don't get your husband's attorney.
They won't even do that. That's not even ethical for an attorney to represent both parties in a divorce. Like, no. Right. So they literally have to go see an attorney who goes through the document with them. Like, is this what you want? Is this what there's a negotiation. It's not like
a negotiation.
Prenup and you sign it or else. No.
Right. You need to look out for your interests. If you do divorce, yes, I'm gonna need some money out of it. You would never let nobody just leave you out cold and dry. So that's not what a prenup is also about. But I think we should respect the hard work that whatever party, in this case it's the man, but it's the women who are building these companies and making the money. So yeah. And they did it before you came on board.
Yeah, so that's the thing with the Dre's prenup. I don't understand how she's managing to request $2 million a month. What did the prenup say, and why isn't what?
In California, that's a whole different thing. You have to keep them up to how they were living during the marriage. That's one thing. So whatever she was spending during the marriage is supposed to be kept.
They were married longer than 10 years.
They were married longer than 10 years. That's an automatic half.
But that's the thing. A prenup trumps state law.
Yeah, but there's a question about the prenup. So he says there is no prenup. She says there was. He says he ripped it up. Like there's this whole question about was there the prenup. So we have not. I don't think the prenup has actually has been presented. There was and there wasn't. It was ripped up. It was torn up. It was something. So
okay. So they don't know yet whether there's a prenup there.
Right. Yeah. But what? So go ahead.
My question is, so all these kids they have, right?
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Can we talk about this? So like the trend, and we talked about this on one of the past episodes, the trend now is all these women want to have their kids by the same father. So even though they could have been having marital troubles like at kid 3, Kim was probably just like, okay, well, I'm gonna have as many as I want, and then when I'm done having kids, I'm gonna bounce.
And that's a Kardashian thing. I think that's why we hear now Khloe's like wants another baby with Tristan because she just wants the same daddy for her kid.
Which is like, what are y'all? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, it's tacky to have a whole bunch of baby daddies, but it's also tacky to just be using the guy. I'm like, it's just weird.
I think how many baby daddies are you gonna have? If you have one other one, like, is that? I mean, that's not terrible,
right?
I mean, like,
they want their kids to have the same daddy, but what if you pick the wrong daddy? I don't want them. So now that's another thing. So Kanye has this bipolar gene in his DNA. Like, so you gonna give everybody the bad gene? I mean.
That's not funny, but
right. I'm sorry.
I know. I'm just saying, like, we're not laughing about mental illness. That's not.
But whatever the gene is, in this case, that's the gene. But it could be whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm just saying? You're passing on your genetics at the same time. So you might not want to pass on mental health.
You need to think about it, and it's like, is it worth it? Does it matter that much that my kids have the same dad? Like, I don't understand why that matters so much. I mean, I get why women feel that way, but I wouldn't go so far as to stay in a situation with someone that I know I don't need to be having any more kids by and having more kids just because I want them to have the same dad. Like, that's ridiculous.
Right.
It's just
Yeah,
like what?
just for that. And
And
so
this
these
is
kids, like you said, they
oh,
have
go ahead.
5. I'm sorry. So they're seeking joint legal custody. So like Kim again is like being very understanding. Like, yes, we're gonna, split it 50-50, but they're saying that they don't really parent the same. And I can imagine they don't parent the same. So that's where the trouble is gonna arise, should I say.
Right.
Do you have 50-50 with your baby daddy?
Yeah. 50-50. We have a great co-parenting situation. Like, of course we have our issues, but for the most part, like we get along. It's possible. I'm trying to follow the Jada and Will plan. Like
I know that's right.
at the end of the day, it's about my kids. So I'm not
Right.
gonna really do anything that's going to jeopardize the well-being of my child. So it's in her best interest for us to get along as co-parents and be
Right.
flexible. Like that's my thing. Flexible and fair. The 2 F's when you're dealing with co-parenting, flexible and fair. And if you do that, I feel like you can have a good situation. Like it's not all bad. But, to that point, it's like, so we know the reasons why people stay married, right? You got a lot of people say they stay for the kids.
Yeah, that's what my mom said.
And
Girl.
when I hear that, I'm like, first of all, I'm not staying for no kid because they don't appreciate it. My mom told me, she was like, oh, we stay for the kids for you guys. I was like, why? You shouldn't have.
Because you're not showing, my thing is, you're not showing the kids what a stable or a loving or good household is. So you're showing them some fucked up shit that you're actually passing on. Because
And
people
they're going to repeat it in their lives.
They're going to repeat it. Thank you.
So it's like, I don't care if my dad was there. I witnessed some things and I knew things that I should not have known at that age.
Right.
So it's like, I literally asked her, I don't understand why you stayed. Don't do it for us. Like, we wanted y'all to break up. Like, we wanted to
be like, when y'all gonna break up?
Right. Like, when is this gonna go down? Because I'm done with it. And then when you're young, though, you don't have that voice.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because people think, and at the end of the day, your kids are going to come out the way they're going to come out. You have no control over the decisions they make in life. You can have the perfect home and give them a balance, think that you're doing the right thing by staying together. They still going to disappoint you because that's what people do. They will disappoint you. They're going to make decisions that disappoint you. You'd be like, I stayed here for you, and you did this. And it's like, they don't care.
Right. They don't.
At the end of the day, it's just like, I want to see my parents happy.
Exactly. And stable. I mean, you should want your kids to be in a stable household, first of all. That's what I think. And so Kim getting out, like her kids' ages are what? North is 7, Saint is 5, Chicago is 3, Psalm is 1, and Kanye is 43. But
they all under 7 years old. Oof.
That's babies, huh?
But they already weren't seeing each other. It's not like a normal household. He was living in Wyoming. She's living in Calabasas. They didn't want to live in the same place. So if you already have a situation where your kids aren't seeing you all the time anyway, what difference does it make if you
it's only been like 3 months though. I mean, right?
I think they've been living apart longer than that.
No, when he went to Wyoming, that was like October, November.
But they travel for work. They're constantly on the
they're
go.
constantly moving.
It's not like they're all ever together all the time, especially with a situation like that.
Well, they had that enormous house built for their family to be together. I mean, that was, and they say that was some contention too. Something about that house is like not sitting right with one of them. I think maybe Kanye. I don't know.
I mean, I just feel like, divorce is sad. It's terrible. But like I said, my thought process is my kid. What is going to be the best decision for my child?
Co-parenting.
And I think if everybody keeps that mindset, then you'll be good. You'll be fine.
Okay.
But when you start putting your hurt and your pain above like your child, that's when we start getting into issues. That's when you get the custody battle. That's when you get people trying to take all the money. And it's like, no, you didn't earn all this money. We both did during the marriage, you know,
But Mary, even like, haven't you seen those stories or whatever where it's even like, even if the wife doesn't have money, but the guy's just being spiteful, he wants to take the kids. Like, you ain't never been around these kids. You always working and traveling. And then you want to take the kids and take the house.
Very rare. That is very rare.
I watch a lot of Snap. That shit happen all the time. But Snap and investigation.
A guy takes the kids?
Oh yeah, they always. Well, I mean, it might not end up in court, but that's how the battle of the fighting starts. You leave me, I'm taking the kids, and you know that's their threat. They're taking the kids.
I've heard women say that, but
they're taking the house. Oh yeah, the men like, you're not taking my kids from me. Yeah, and so they fight for the kids in court, and it's like, you don't even want these kids. You see them, you get in late at night, they in the bed already. Like, stop playing.
But again, fair.
It's just a spite. Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to be fair. Like, I know that my daughter wants to see both of her parents equally as much as possible. So that's what we do. Mm-hmm. Easy. Like, I mean, whatever's best for the kid, that has to be at the forefront of all your decisions at this point. But why we gotta remind them why we're eating.
I'm eating because we got the snacks. Get y'all snacks. What y'all snacking on? Let us know in the comments. Yeah.
But,
you're right.
You know, I don't think it's gonna be messy, honestly, because they have a prenup. So it's not like anyone can demand more money than they already agreed to.
Well, they said, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Custody, they both agreed to the custody agreement. Where do you think it's going to get messy?
I think it's going to get messy because, well, they are saying right now it's an amicable divorce. And so Kim and the Kardashians all about headlines and looking good in the public, right? Well, they are going to be airing this on their new season. Their show is moving from E to some streaming service, I don't know, Hulu or somebody. I think it's Hulu. So she's going to be showing this because they whole family pact is anything and everything should be shown. They're, you know, trying to be true to themselves and their brand. So Kanye is not happy with that, showing all the business of this divorce. So let's see when that starts airing and they're shooting that, I think.
What happens with that?
Yeah.
Well, I would hope that they talked about that in the prenup too. Like, to me, like, have a comprehensive agreement. Like,
right.
You know who you are, you know your brand, you have these shows, you have this music, you know. So let's agree, hey, we're not going to use our kids in any creative projects that we have going on, or we're not going to do X, Y, Z. Like, you can include that in there too. You can't include you can't include things like custody in a prenup.
Right.
But I think you can make agreements as to how you're going to present your children in the public, what they're not going to do, what they are going to do. You know what I mean? So
yeah. But I mean,
go ahead.
But I mean, like, she's gonna air like his bad episodes or stuff personally to him, not even with the kids. You know what I mean? And making it look bad for him, like him having an episode or they're arguing or whatever is going on, whatever's on the table.
Oh, like a mental illness, like a bipolar episode.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, they don't come off like that all the time, but like you saw the picture when they were arguing, she was crying in the car. Like, I think they're going to you know, show all the aspects of what's happening between them through this divorce, not necessarily the kids. So,
I mean, we'll see, I guess. You know, this is not necessarily, I find the Bezos divorce very fascinating. Because anytime somebody can walk away from that amount of money, what was it, $1
billion, and came up $1 trillion after he let it go.
He just let it go just like that. That was probably the most amicable divorce that involved the most money. Yeah. Like, and it can be done. There was no messiness involved. None.
No. It's like, what you gonna? But also, he just wrote her a check. This is it. They been you helped me.
Twice that amount 6 months later.
Sure did.
But maybe that's good karma. Like, hey, she was there for 25 years. She deserves her half. Give her her half and be gone.
And be gone.
And now he's like doubled or tripled that. So
he sure did.
Congratulations, Jeff Bezos. Holla at Snax if you're
Look, congratulations, Laura Sanchez. Look, congratulations, Laura Sanchez, because she the real come up. Shit.
Came up.
She was just a local news girl, and she's the new girlfriend. So yeah.
Yeah, she's having a good time, I'm sure.
I'm sure, girl. Ooh.
You know, that money.
But you know, she was married to a man who was an agent at William Morris. Yeah. And she left him. Like they left each other, like their spouses, and came together.
They agreed, I guess. Like, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
But you know, all their kids were grown, so you didn't have that messiness. So it's like once you just be adults, it's kinda like, you know.
Be happy. You just want to be happy after, you know.
Be happy. Doesn't everybody want to be happy? Like, why would you want messiness in your life? Yeah. Like, I don't care what somebody did to you. I don't want messiness in my life. I just don't.
Hurry up and get it over and move on. It's something else better for you out there.
Obviously, because
that's good. So again, we apologize that J. Anthony Brown couldn't make it. Like I said, he was traveling from Atlanta from doing his Tyler Perry show. He's getting his vaccine today. So it was a lot going on. We will reschedule him for another time. Thank you guys for understanding. We appreciate it. But Mir has a segment that break it down the segment. You were listening to this song and woo.
I was listening to the radio and that song by Ray Charles came on. I Got a Woman. Right. So I'm like, I'm very like, sometimes I sit in traffic a lot, LA, you know, it is what it is. But I was listening to the song and I was like, these words, he's like telling us what men want in this song. Like he is telling us, ladies, like he is laying it out and it's hilarious. So the first thing was, okay, so this song was sampled in Gold Digger by Kanye West. Way to tie it in.
Right.
And, you know, I guess art is imitation of life. That's what I think, at least. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to just run through these words so you guys can hear what men want according to song.
Man, do you know what year that was?
I don't know. The original. And we're talking about the original I Got a Woman by Ray Charles. I don't know what year that is. Courtney's going to look it up for you. But, so let's say, like, so try to get the song in your head. Think of the music, like, I got a woman way over time. That's good to me. So that's how it goes. I'm sure you guys are like, oh, yeah, that one. Okay. Mm-hmm. So he said one of the things was that she gives him money when he needs it. Can you believe he said that? Like, I was like, wait a minute now. What kind of man? Okay, she gives him money when he's in need.
It was released in 1957, FYI. So wow. I know, huh?
In the 50s, he was asking for a woman to give him money.
Maybe he just
like, what? You making all the money?
Maybe he just means as a part. Maybe he's refreshing back to when he was broke, or maybe he just means a partner should give. I don't know, child, but yeah. So go ahead.
Ray, now you sound for that.
Ray, stop it.
So then he said she's a kind of friend indeed. So he sees her as a friend. And we have talked about that. Like, you know, remember I was like, don't guys want a girl that's a friend?
Right.
But he said no. So I don't know. That's the question mark on that one.
Wait, so Ray Charles is saying no friend? Or he's saying a friend?
He's saying he wants
a friend indeed.
She's a friend. She's somebody that he wants to be around. Now this one is good. She saves her loving early in the morning just for him. And he said that twice. Now, you know, in school, you learn if somebody repeats something, it's important. He said it twice in a row.
What is he saying? He wants it in the morning, or he wants her to only do it in the morning?
Sex. He wants morning sex. This is what he said. Listen, ladies, I'm giving you
the line again.
Get a pen and some paper. I'm giving it to you right now. Then he says,
say that line again.
That 3 times. Loving early in the morning just for me. 3 times, he said. That's important. So they want to have sex in the morning, ladies. Right?
My ex used to be like, "You gonna wake me up how you used to? How you wake me up?" I was like, "What? How?" But,
then he says she is there to love him both day and night.
get married.
So she's there to love him all day.
That's her job.
That's her job, is to love him. Nothing else. You gotta be there day and night. So meaning it don't matter if you gotta go to bed, you gotta go to work in the morning. No.
Get the kids together.
Give him some loving and then finish whatever you gotta do. So day and night, ladies, you gotta be ready day and night. Okay. Then he says she never grumbles or fusses. You know, that might be a problem for me.
All of us.
Like, how you not grumble or fuss at all? I don't know.
I can't say nothing bad. I mean, I can't, like, I just gotta.
I can't have a bad day. Like, I can't be in a bad mood.
I can't say I don't like black licorice. I mean, I don't like black licorice, though. I mean,
I don't like that black licorice.
Right? All you do is complain.
No, right. Always treats him right. But what is right?
For you.
Loving. I think as long as you're giving him the loving day and night, you're treating him right.
Okay.
Then she never runs the street. She doesn't go anywhere. They don't want to go anywhere.
They don't, man. They want you to be in the house after they locked you down. Found you in the street, but now they want you in the house.
Right. You got to stay home. So they want you at home with them. So you can't go anywhere without them. He says she never runs the streets and leaves him alone. She doesn't go anywhere without him.
Now, every man wants their space, so I think you got to take that with a grain of salt. Let that woman sit up under him for 100 hours, and he going to be like, can you get out of here, please? Please, go shopping. Get out of my face. I need some air. I can't breathe.
And the last one, which is kind of controversial, he says, she knows a woman's place is in the home. How many men actually still feel that way? I think it's a lot. I think a lot of men actually
cooking and cleaning and taking care of these kids.
They still subscribe to that, I think.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is pretty good. Like, and this song has been remade. That means other men agree. This is how they feel too. So I would say that's a good idea, or at least a start.
That's interesting.
Men want. Isn't that interesting?
Mm-hmm.
And then I listened to some other songs like The Temptations, The Way You Do the Things You Do. Write that one down. That's a good one. They go through all the things they want in a woman. Perfect by Ed Sheeran. The Best I Ever Had by Drake. They're telling us what they want, ladies. We just gotta listen to these songs.
But also, it's a lot about what they want. That's the thing.
But you know what? We're gonna do something on what we want to. So the men can hear what we want. But I feel like they hear that all the time. Women are very vocal about what we want.
I don't think do they hear that?
I don't think it's a secret. Do you?
I don't think they understand. Men are from Mars, women from. They still don't know how we say they confusing. They be like, y'all confusing. I don't know what you want. Y'all don't know what you want. They say that. We don't know what we want.
That's true.
You're right. That'll be a good next topic, though.
That'll be good. Let's do that. We'll do that. But I really encourage you all, and I'm saying it in jest, but this is real. Like, I mean, these are songs that were really made by men. So if you want to get a better idea of how to keep your man happy, keep him at home, listen to some of these songs.
Listen to some old school R&B.
Some old school R&B.
Okay.
Figure it out. And then maybe you won't have to suffer through the big D.
Go through what Kim and Kanye going through, huh?
Exactly.
That's a good wrap up, Mia. I like that.
Thank you.
Well, thank you guys watching another episode of Snax.
Yes. We have fun.
Yeah. Follow us. Subscribe to us on YouTube. What is it? Snax_LA podcast. Snax fans on Facebook and Snax_LA Instagram and Twitter. Mir has the best. She puts up the best memes and things on our Instagram page.
Aw.
They're funny. Yeah.
Yeah. Try to
All
keep
right.
you interested. All right. Thanks for joining us, Corey, Steph, Allie,
Yeah.
Carol. Who else do we have with us? We had a lot of folks on.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for
Sean
stopping
Elliott.
in. Sean
Shop his
Elliott.
boutiquefeisty.com. Black businesses. All right.
Promote Black businesses.
That's right. All
All
right.
right, guys.
Thank you,
We'll see
Corey.
you next time.
See you next
Love
week.
you.
Bye.
Bye.